cantilever beam. Okay, the second step that you have discussed, so the numbering of nodes, you have to start with 0 for the cantilever beam. So that will be imaginary part that you have to select on the either side of the fixed support. Whereas for a simply supported beam, we have to start with node 1 from the hinge support or roller support, or we can say left support. Then you have to draw the BMD, then BMD divided by EI, that is M by EI diagram that we have to draw. Then you have to apply the boundary conditions. As we know that at supports, deflection is always zero. It may be your fixed support, hinge support, or the roller support. The deflection value is always zero. So at in case of simply supported beam, deflection is zero at supports, and in case of cantilever, deflection is zero at fixed end. Then we have to apply the central difference equation at each node to get the deflection at various points. Okay, now today we will discuss how to apply this finite difference method to cantilever beam. So before applying this method to the cantilever beam, so there are few important points that we have to remember. So the first point is that BMD for the cantilever beam is negative. So as we know that if you draw the BMD for a cantilever beam subjected to point load at free end, it will be a negative triangle. Okay, means the bending moment will be hogging, or we can say negative BMD. So cantilever beam, it will have the negative BMD or negative M by EI diagram. So that's why in case of applying the central difference equation, the right side term we have considered as minus H square M divided by EI. So that minus sign indicates BMD of cantilever beam is negative. So first point that we have to remember, BMD is negative in case of cantilever beam. Okay, so you should know how to draw the BMD for various standard loading conditions. Means cantilever beam subjected to UDL, central point load, or there are 2 or 3 point loads are given on a cantilever beam, and we have to draw the BMD. So if your BMD is wrong, so your answer for deflection will be the wrong. Then you have to apply the central difference equation, and that equation is yn minus 1 minus 2yn plus yn plus 1. So this is the left hand side is equal to minus h square m divided by ei. Okay, so this central difference equation we have to apply for each node, and we have to start with node number 1. So in case of cantilever, we have to start with node 1, means your n minus 1 term will become y0, because if you put the value of n as 1, so 1 minus 1, it will be 0. So it will start from y0 minus 2y1 plus y2, like that. The next, so deflection at fixed support is 0. If you find out the deflection at fixed support, so at each and every support, deflection has to be 0. So that point we have to remember. And here we have to use the successive substitution. Means if you apply this central difference equation for node 1, then you will get the value of suppose y2. Okay, if you get the value of deflection at node 2, then that value of y2 we have to put in the next equation. If you apply the same equation for node 2, then in case of y2, you have to put the value of y2 that you have calculated in the step number 1. So if you apply the equation for each node, so after applying the equation for each node, you will get the value of certain deflection, and that value of certain deflection y1, y2, we have to put in the next equation. So that's why use successive substitution to get deflection at various node. So that point we have to remember. In case of cantilever, if you apply central difference equation for each node, you will get the value of some deflection at various node. It may be y1, y2, y3, that value you will get, and that value you have to put in successive substitution. Means in next equation you have to put that value to get the deflection. Okay, so these are the 4 points we have to remember. Now we will start with the numerical. So this is the standard case. A cantilever beam of length L, it's subjected to point load at free end. Then find out the deflection at free end. So what you have to find out, we have to find out the deflection at free end. So this is the free end, means we have to find out yb. Okay, then what they have mentioned, take 5 node. Okay, take 5 nodes or take 5 nodal points. So number of n is equal to 5, number of nodes they have given as 5. Now tell me, what is the value of h? If there are 5 nodes, what is the successive interval? H is equal to, yes, what is the value?
L by 4.
L by 4. Very good. So H is given by L divided by N minus 1. So this is the general simple formula. Length is L. So how many nodes are there? 5. 5 minus 1, 4. So L by 4 is our successive distance interval. Okay. This is the distance interval H. Now, what is the nature of BMD for this standard case? What is the nature of BMD? Yes. BMD for cantilever beam subjected to point load at free end. What is the nature of BMD? So we have studied in SOM SA1. What is the nature? Castle,
Triangular,
triangular. So it will be positive or negative?
negative.
Negative. So as we know, BMD for cantilever beam is negative. So this is the nature of our BMD. Okay. Now maximum bending moment will occur at fixed end. Okay. This is the first node, node 1, we can say node 2, node 3, node 4 and node 5. So maximum bending moment in case of cantilever beam, it is always occurs at fixed end. Now tell me what is the maximum bending moment at fixed support here at point A. Suppose that is the node 1, M1 is equal to maximum bending moment for this standard case. What is the maximum bending moment at fixed end?
PL,
Yes, P into L, force into perpendicular distance, P into L, that is the maximum bending moment occurred in this standard case. Correct. So in the remaining point, second, third, and fourth point, we have to find out the bending moment value. So as we know, the H is L by 4 here, L by 4 here. Okay. So H is L by 4 on a given B. So that we will discuss. Now, what is the maximum deflection at free end? So this is the standard case, and the value of standard slope deflection we should know. So already we have studied in SA1. So maximum deflection for this standard case will be, what is the value? Cantilever being subjected to point load at free end, then maximum deflection will occur at free end. Means at point B there will be a maximum deflection. At free end that will be point B. So what is that value? This is the standard formula. This is the standard formula. And that formula is, आठवतंय का कोणाला? Standard case slope deflection SA1 unit number 1. So that value is minus PL cube divided by 3EI. So this is the standard value of deflection. Now we will see using this finite difference method we are getting the same result, or it is somewhat different because this is the approximate method. So your result may be somewhat approximate. Okay, but this is the standard formula. For this standard case, deflection will be maximum at free end, and that deflection is PL cube by 3EI. Okay, now we will apply this finite difference method. Step number 1, that is take 5 nodal points. So already points are given, node points are given, so that will be 5 nodes. Now as it is the cantilever beam, support A is fixed one, so we have to consider the imaginary node on either side of the fixed support, that will be 0. So this 0, it is the imaginary node we have to consider. Okay, so to keep the logical sequence, if you consider the symmetry of deflected shape with respect to the fixed support, so we can conclude deflection of 0 node, it is equal to deflection at second node. Okay, so to keep the logical sequence, and if you see the symmetry about the fixed end, symmetry about the fixed end, so we can conclude deflection at this 0 end is equal to deflection at second node. So we can conclude y0 is equal to y2. Okay. Now h, L by 4, that we have calculated, the distance interval is L by 4 as number of nodes are 5. So these are the nodes. So this is the beam with nodal point 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is a beam with nodal point. Now we have to draw the BMD. Next step, draw the BMD. So this is the BMD for this particular standard case. Okay, so maximum bending moment will occur at fixed end. Here it is subjected to the load P. Okay, suppose this is node 1, this is node 2 here, this is node 3, and suppose this is node 4, and at free end it is node 5. Okay, now this H, it is L by 4, this is L by 4, this is L by 4. So H everywhere it is L by 4. So we know that the maximum bending moment it will occur at fixed end at node 1. So M1 here, M1 is equal to this force into perpendicular distance is L, P into L. PL it is M1. So what we are interested in BMD divided by EI diagram. So this is MPL is bending moment divided by EI. So PL by EI. This is the bending moment divided by EI for node 1. So this is the value. Okay. Now what is remaining? So the bending moment divided by EI for node 2, 3 and 4 is remaining. So we know that bending moment under the point load m phi u will be 0. Our m phi u will be 0 at free end, bending moment will be 0. Now what is next? We will find out for m4. We will find out for m4. Now this is the section, this is the section, and the distance is L by 4. This is L by 4. So what is the moment at that particular node? This force into perpendicular distance. What you have to find out, moment is nothing but this force into perpendicular distance L by 4. What is force? P is the force. So P into what is the distance? L by 4 is the perpendicular distance L by 4. So means the bending moment will be PL divided by 4, isn't it? PL by 4. So what we are interested in, we have to find out this M divided by EI value. So PL divided by 4 divided by EI. So what we get? PL by 4 EI. This is M by EI value for node number 4. Similarly for node number 3. So here the perpendicular distance will change, force will be same, but the perpendicular distance will change. Now tell me, what is the perpendicular distance for node number 3? So this distance is how much? This distance is how much?
Twice of L by 4.
Twice of L by 4 means that will be 2 into L by 4, that will be L by 2, isn't it? L by 2, correct. Means force into perpendicular distance. Now force here it is P, and the perpendicular distance is L by 2. So PL by 2, this PL by 2 is the moment. So that M divided by EI, it is PL by twice of EI. PL by twice of EI. Similarly, for node 2, this is the node 2, force will be same, but the distance will change. So this total distance will be, now tell me what is this total distance for node number 2 to the free end? Node 2 to node 5 मध्ये डिस्टन्स किती आहे सांगा? Yes,
Thrice of L by 4.
correct. 3 into L by 4. So we can say 3L by 4. And the moment will be P into 3L by 4. So it will become 3L by 4 into P. So that will be 3PL divided by 4 divided by EI. This is M by EI diagram. So this is our M by EI diagram. Okay. So this is at node 1. This is at node 2. This will be at node 3. This will be at node 4. And at node 5, bending moment will be 0. And this BMD it is negative. That's it. Okay. So for offline exam, if it is theoretical, then for drawing the M by EI diagram, it will have 2 marks weightage. But for online, they will ask in between step. So for online exam, they will ask in between step. So the value of bending moment at node 3 will be, they will give the standard case and they will ask what is the value of bending moment divided by EI or M by EI value for node 3, and they will give 4 different options. So for node 3, this is the correct answer. Okay. So this is M by EI diagram, and these are the bending moment values. So what we are interested in to getting the correct values. So calculation entries depends, it will vary from student to student, but the answer for M by EI diagram, it should be same. Now next we have to apply, what is the next? We have to apply the boundary conditions. And what boundary conditions we are having? So for cantilever beam, this is the cantilever beam. Okay, this is the fixed support 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So at fixed support, deflection is 0. So we can say y1 is equal to 0. Deflection at fixed support is 0. And if you see the symmetry of this deflected shape about this fixed end, and that symmetry will be deflection at that zero node, it is equal to deflection at second node. So we can say y0 is equal to y2. These are the two boundary conditions we are having. Okay, y1 is equal to 0 and y0 is equal to y2 due to the symmetry about fixed end, due to the symmetry about fixed end. Okay, now what we have to find out, we have to find out the remaining deflection at nodal points. Y1 will be 0, means we have to find out y2, y3, y4 and y5. These values we have to find out. Okay, so next, apply that central difference equation to each node, and you have to start with node number. Which node you have to start with? This is the equation we are having, and right hand side you can consider as a plus, but while putting the value of bending moment, put that value as a minus, or put the bending moment as a plus and write this equation as minus. It's up to you. Now tell me, this equation you have to apply, and you have to start from which node? From which node you have to start with? So there are 5 nodes and 0 node also. कोणत्या नोड पासून स्टार्ट करायचं आहे?
First node.
फर्स्ट नोड, हे महत्वाचं आहे. फॉर कॅन्टिलिव्हर बीम you have to start with node number 1, and for simply supported beam you have to start with node number 2. Okay, so apply this central difference equation for node number 1. Means put n is equal to 1. If you put n is equal to 1, if you see this equation, put n is equal to 1 in this equation. So what we are having, so n will be 1, 1 minus 1, it will be y0 minus 2. What is n? 1 minus 2 y1 plus, again this 1 plus 1 become 2, so that will be plus y2. Okay, so this is the equation, left hand side equation. So on right hand side we are applying this equation for node 1. We are applying this equation for node number 1. H will be constant for all the central difference equation, that will be L by 4 square. H is L by 4. Okay, now tell me, what is the value of that m by ei for node number 1? So if I show you the m by ei diagram, what is the value of m by ei for node number 1? Tell me. If these are the nodes 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, Sanga, what is the value of m by ei?
PL by EI.
Yes, PL by EI means if you apply this equation for node number 1, you have to put this value on the right hand side. If you apply this equation for second node, put the value of m by EI as 3 by 4 PL by EI likewise. Okay. So if you apply this central difference equation for node number 1, then the value of m by ei, this value, it will be minus PL by ei. Why minus? Cantilever beam BMD is negative, that's why. And that L by 4, it is h square. L by 4 bracket square, that will be h square. Now here, what we are having, if you see the left hand side equation, so y1 is 0 due to the fixed end, y1 is 0, and due to the symmetry, what we are having, y0 is equal to y2, one and the same due to the symmetry about the fixed end. So you can write this y0 is equal to y2, so this y2 plus this y2, it will become twice of y2, and the right hand side will be L by 4 square minus PL divided by EL. So if you rearrange this thing, so what we get, this 2 into 4 square, 16 into 2, 32, and that will be minus PLQ by 32 EI. So this is the value of what? Y2. This is the value of deflection at second node. So that is the change in cantilever and simply supported beam. In case of cantilever beam, if you apply this central difference equation for each and every node, you will get the value of deflection at certain node. If you apply the equation for node number 1, you will get the value of y2. If you apply this equation for node number 2, you will get the deflection at node number 3. If you apply this equation for node 3, you will get the deflection. Which deflection you will get if you apply this equation for node number 3? Yes. If you apply this equation for third node, then the deflection we get in cantilever beam, it will be y4. Next nodal deflection you will get. Okay. So after applying the node number 1, the central difference equation, the value of y2 will be minus PLQ by 32 EI. Minus sign indicates deflection is downward. Now next, what is the next step? Apply the same central difference equation for second node. Put n is equal to 2. So first formula is what? Yn minus 1. Now n is 2. So 2 minus 1, it will be y1 minus 2y2 plus n plus 1. Now n is 2. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So it will be y3. So if you see the left hand side term, it will be y1 minus 2y2 plus y3 is equal to same h square m divided by ei. So but that m by ei value we have to consider for the second node, and for the second node the value is 3/4 pl by ei. The value will be minus as it is the cantilever beam, bending moment is negative. Now here in this left hand side equation, y1 will be again 0. So due to the fixed end, deflection will be 0, and minus 2y2. Now put this value of y2, put the value of y2 in this equation. Okay, this is the value of y2. So minus minus, it will become plus. So 2 into y2 minus minus plus y3 is equal to, on the right hand side, if you further simplify this thing, so you will get 3 by 64 PLQ by EI. So this term minus this term, if you simplify further, you will get the value of y3 as minus 7 by 64 PLQ by EI. This is the deflection at third node. समजते का बघा. Apply the equation for second node, you will get the deflection at third node. Similarly, apply this equation for third node, you will get the deflection at fourth node. Now put n is equal to 3. So what we get? Y n minus 1. So that will be y2 minus 2y3 plus y4. So y2 you have calculated, y3 value you have just calculated. Put the value of y2 and y3 plus y4 that we have to find out on right hand side, h square into m by ei. Now this m by ei term that you have to consider, it is for the node number 3, that will be minus pl by twice of ei. So if you simplify further, you will get value of y4, that will be minus 7 by 32 or 32 pl cube by ei. Okay, so this is the deflection at fourth node. And what we have to find out? We have to find out the deflection at free end. So B end is the free end, and at free end the node number is 5. Means our main objective is to get the y5. Our objective is to get the y5. Now for that, apply the same central difference equation for node number 4. Now if you apply the same equation for node number 4, and if you put the value of y2, y3, y4 in that equation, you will get this value of y5. Y5, it is the free end deflection. Now tell me, if you consider n is equal to 4, what is the central difference equation, left hand side term? काय असेल सांगा. n is equal to 4, what is the equation? Equation काय असेल? This equation for n is equal to 4, this equation will changes to, yes, काय असेल? First will be y 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Yes,
3.
y3. Yes, n is equal to 4, so first will be y n minus 1. Correct. Y3 minus next term.
2y4
Correct. 2y4. Good. Next plus.
plus y5.
y5.
Correct. Very good. That is equal to h square we are having, that will be l by 4 square. पुढे काय असेल? Into m by ei for node number 4. m4 काय आहे?
PL upon 4EI.
Correct. Very good. PL upon 4 EI. So it will be PL by 4 EI. Now, if you see this equation, so what we are having? The value of y3, we are having the value of y3. This is y3 value, isn't it? Put this value of y3 here. Then value of y4 we are having. This is the value of y4. This is just, we have to simplify. So this finite difference method, it is just about the simplification of the linear equation in case of the cantilever. Okay, now put these two value in this equation. And this is the linear equation. Linear equation having single unknown, you will get the value of y for you as minus 11 by 32 PL cube by EI. Now, what is the standard formula we are having? The formula is minus PL cube by 3 EI. And here what we are getting, this is 32 by 11. So almost it is, I think, 2.98 something. Okay. So 2.98 something we are getting, means PL cube by 2.98 EI. So that's why this method is approximate method. Standard formula is PL cube by 3 EI, and using this finite difference method, we are getting answer as 2.98. Okay. So that's why this is the approximate method. But minus sign indicate deflection is downward. So this is the free end deflection. Free end deflection. Okay, which is equal to minus PL cube by 3 EI. It is written, but you can put the same value what you are getting. So if you put minus 11 by 3 to PL cube by EI, that is also fine. Put the same answer. Don't round up the answer. Okay, so this is the first standard case. Application of finite difference method to the cantilever beam. यामध्ये डाऊट आहे का विचार. First point is draw the correct M by EI diagram. M by EI diagram means nothing but the BMD. Draw the correct BMD and apply central difference equation correctly. Boundary conditions are deflection at fixed end 0 and y0 is equal to y2. Okay. Now we will see the next example. Change in cross section. Now we will see the example which is having change in cross section. And here you have to consider only 3 nodal points. So again, we have to find out the deflection at free end. Okay, we have to find out the deflection at free end, and 3 nodal points are given, but there is a change in cross section. This is node number 1, this is node number 2, this is node number 3. So cantilever beam is there. So consider the imaginary node on either side of the fixed support. 0 node we have to start with 0, 1, 2, 3. And this is the equation, central difference equation. So this is positive, but while putting the value of bending moment, you have to put as a negative. Now, so if there is a change in cross section, there are 2 approaches. Okay. So as your EI value is different, so you can draw the M by EI diagram or just draw the BMD. Just draw the BMD. So that I will explain. Now, this is the BMD and this is M by EI diagram. Okay. So there are 2 approaches. जे तुम्हाला simple वाटेल ते तुम्ही घ्या. So this is just BMD. So this is node number 1, this is node number 2, this is node number 3. Okay. And this is, I think, 3 meter, 3 meter. H is also given 3 meter. And the point load, it is at free end as 50. 50 into 3. This will be 150. This will be 150. And the cross section is here. It is 3 EI and here it is twice of EI. So first approach is that, so just draw the BMD. Just draw the BMD. And at a node where there is a change in cross section, at a node where there is a change in cross section. So here at a second node, we are having change in cross section. Change in cross section ahe. So at that node, what we have to do is, so make the average of the cross section. Make the average of the cross section while putting the value of M by EI. So what is M for second node? Bending moment same as asil, and that bending moment will be 150. That bending moment is what? 150 divided by EI. E is constant, but the cross section I, it is changing. How it is changing? It is 3I for left portion and twice of I for right portion. So at a junction, second node काय बघा, it is the junction. So at that junction, what you have to do? Take the average cross section. So how to take the average? 3 plus 2 divided by 2. 3 plus 2 divided by 2. So it will become 5 by 2, means that will be 2.5 EI by keeping the same bending moment. This is the first approach and this is the simple one. काय करायचंय? Just find out the bending moment, load into perpendicular distance at various points at 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then at a junction, ज्या पॉइंटला change in cross section आहे, at that particular point, while writing the value of m by ei, what we have to do for a cross section, take the average cross section. What is the average here? For left portion cross section is 3i, and for the right portion cross section is twice of I. So average will be 3 plus 2 divided by 2. There are two cross sections now, so average will be 3 plus 2 divided by 2. So 5 by 2, it will be 2.5 ei. And the second approach will be, so here cross section is thrice, on right hand side it will be twice, and the moment here it will be 150 m divided by ei. So what is bending moment we are having? For consider for the right portion, it is the junction. So at that junction we will have two bending moments. So first, for the right portion, so bending moment will be 150. For right portion, what is the cross section? Twice of ei. That will be 150 divided by twice of ei. It will be what? 75 by ei. Has allowed first bending moment due to the twice of ei or twice of I cross section. Second, consider the cross section as thrice of I or 3 ei. Bending moment will be same. Bending moment सेमच असेल. Cross section फक्त change होते. 150 divided by 3 ei, because cross section is thrice for left portion. So 150 by 3, it will be 50 by ei. So this is 75 by ei due to the twice of I, and this will be 50 by ei due to thrice of I. So while putting these values in that m by ei term, again you have to take the average of this. At that node, these are the two bending moment. So take the average, 50 plus 75 divided by 2. 50 plus 75 divided by 2. At a node, if there is a junction having the change in cross section, m by e चा average घ्या किंवा bending moment divided by bending moment m divided by average of the cross section घ्या. जे simple वाटते ते करा. So I will suggest go with the first. Get the bending moment, that is force into perpendicular distance divided by. At a second node, there are two cross sections, 3 and 2. So take the average of that, E into 5 by 2 or 3 plus 2 by 2. So this is the first approach. So I will suggest go with the first approach. Okay. So he diagram nahi kadli tari fine. So just put the value of a change in cross section node as an average of cross section. Bending moment divided by EI. Okay. हे कधी येणार? At a node where there is a change in cross section. एकच node असेल. Hardly you will get one or two nodes where there is a change in cross section. Bending moment divided by average of cross section. And at this next node, it will be bending moment divided by ei. So bending moment is 300 and ei will be here 3. So 300 divided by 3 ei, it will be 100 by ei. Okay. So boundary conditions we are having, y1 is equal to 0, y0 is equal to y2. So here, this is node 1, this is our node 1, this is our node 2, this is our node 3. So if you apply this for the first node, so what we are getting, twice of y2 is equal to minus 3 square into 100 by ei. So at node 1, n is equal to 1. What is m by ei? M by ei value, h is 3 meter. 3 meter square means it will be 9, minus as BMD is negative. What is m at node 1? This is node 1. This is the bending moment 300. Okay, 300 divided by ei. What is ei for node 1? This is 3 ei. Okay, and for the right portion it will be twice of ei. So for first node it will be 3. 300 divided by 3 ei, it will be 100 ei. That's it. You will get the value of y2 as minus 450 by ei. Okay. Next, apply the same equation for node number 2. Now here, what we have to consider, if you apply central difference equation for node number 2, equation will be y1 minus 2y2 plus y3. y1 will be 0 minus 2 into the value of y2 we have just calculated from n is equal to 1 plus y3, and right hand side will be minus h square, that will be 3 square. Okay, m by ei. What is the term? Next term, it is m by ei. So what is bending moment at second node? it will be force into perpendicular distance. Force is 50 and the distance is 3. That is 150. 150 is the bending moment divided by EI. E is common, but the cross section is changing. Cross section काय आहे? हा second node आहे. इथं आहे 3i. Okay, thrice of y, and on right hand side it will be twice of i. Average घ्यायचं आहे दोघांचं. 3i plus twice of I divided by I, like this. So it will be 2.5i. Okay, it will be 2.5i, and if you further simplify this term, so the right hand side will be minus 540 by ei. So this is value of y2, y1 will be 0. So if you further simplify, you will get the value of y3. That is the maximum deflection at free end. समजते का बघा. So at a junction, if there is a change in cross section, take the average EI. एवढं लक्षात ठेवा. It is very simple. Bending moment divided by cross section. At a node, if there is a change in cross section, take the average of that. So note, at a node of change of cross section, take average cross section. Take the average cross section. Okay, here it will be take average cross section. Take the average cross section. Okay, this is for cantilever beam. So next will be the homework that you have to solve, and we will at 2:15 we will start with the simply supported beam. I will share the PPT also. So next, this is the homework numerical. So take the screenshot and try to solve it.